She's very gifted, isn't she? Did yours go up yet? Oh, she was the one who was a little off-key, right. Very sweet. How old is she? 10? Getting over the hill. Leslie's 5. She's in her prime. Honey, don't chew gum. Your caps will come off. And don't forget to mention your mini pad commercial. Marie, you see that woman over there? The natural blonde? Take a look at her daughter. Tell me how old you think she is. 15? Are you ready to die? 3.5. That's right. Oh, that's a really beautiful baby. How did you have it? In water? Right. That's how I had Kristen. She's the woman child over there, giving the massage. I had this one in Jell-O. She doesn't even know she's been born yet.
Oh, Jane, that's one daffy dame, let me tell you. That was Jane Anderson, and she's going to be over at Don't Tell Mama, April 10th through the 13th. She works that coast, or West Coast, East Coast, and we're lucky to have her here in New York for this brief period. Jane Anderson.
Yes, Lisa Yapp.
What was that we just saw?
What was that? That was a very old tape of mine. Actually, you can see I had straight hair back then. That was like 3 years. Thank you so much. I like to grow into my age. Those were 2 of my characters, and it's part of a. Oh, I shouldn't wiggle in the chair.
It just makes me seasick. I didn't take any Dramamine. Yeah, I didn't know you'd be this exciting.
You know, comics are very hyperactive people. It's hard to keep us down. You know?
Now, let me ask you one question. I'm sort of ill-educated. Is it a comedian or a comedian? Is it nowadays everybody a comedian?
You know, I could care less. I like, you know, when I'm in a soft mood, I like comedian. When I'm feeling aggressive, I like comic. You know, it doesn't matter.
So
really.
let's say comic. That's sort of like the safe thing to do nowadays. Now, you're sort of, have a lot of Norman Lear in your life.
Yes, I do.
I wish I could say that. I mean, you're sort of like a protege of Norman's, if I'm reading between the lines correctly.
Somewhat of a protege. Unfortunately, Mr. Lear's into politics now.
Mr. Lear? Who are you kidding?
Lear, yeah.
You call him Mr. Lear?
No, he asked me to call him Norman because he said it would make him feel younger. Which is a lovely way of telling him, you know, be familiar with me.
But you still call him Mr. Lear, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, I like to be respectful of those higher than me. But
now tell us about P.O.P.
Oh, P.O.P. Oh, that was, let me tell you something. Everyone must understand that when you go to Los Angeles, you do things called television pilots. Now, every season they do about 500 million television pilots, and they're sort of like lemmings going into the ocean and dying. So every actress or comic, you go to LA, you do a pilot, and Pop was a pilot. Unfortunately, the networks didn't like it, and it wasn't made into a series.
So even Norman Lear has failures.
Oh, yes, which makes me feel wonderful, because even the highest of artists can make terrible failures. But it was a good show. It was with Charles Durning and B. Arthur. They gave B. Arthur red hair.
Now, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. I'm doing this for you. What is that? Is this your own project?
Yeah, this is a project. It's about mothers. And I'm doing this for you. Now, how many times have you heard your mother say that to you?
Frequently.
Yeah. Yeah, they make you eat, they make you wear something terrible, they make you date someone, because I'm doing this for you. And it's a treatment. Oh, treatment is another word you need to learn if you go to LA.
No, we know it already.
Yeah,
this is a sophisticated show.
You know, this is New York.
Sophisticated audience.
Yeah, also, every person who goes to LA, whether you're a cabbie or a waiter, you have a treatment. So
tell us about this. Okay, you pushed your way into his office, didn't you? Who are you? And all of a sudden you have this deal in development with Norman Lear?
I've developed with Embassy Company.
What's the secret here? What's the? I want to know what's going on. How did you get this?
Girlish charm mixed with cutthroat aggression. That's all it is.
Well, I noticed.
Get anywhere.
I noticed you jumped right on our previous guest from As Is, so this must be.
Can I get tickets?
Quite a thing with you, Jane. Do you get along well with your mother?
Yes, I do now. It took many years of therapy to reach that point, and a lot of forgiveness. And I say this seriously.
Did your mother take the therapy?
No, no. Mothers don't want to take therapy because they don't want to know what lays beneath. They want to maintain. It's up to us daughters to go hysterical and have breakdowns and all the rest, and to explore our inner selves. Now, the character you saw, the first one with the glasses.
Yes, tell us about her. Sylvia?
That's Sylvia Gatch, and she was one of my original characters, and she is, to me, the consummate stage mother. And my first piece of my show is her giving her poor kid her first birthday party. And she has like another mother there. You know how mothers compare children? This kid is 1 year old, and she says this other mother has sort of her drooling infant. She says, has he started talking yet? Still monosyllabic. Leslie knows Shakespeare. Leslie, what does Shakespeare say? No, honey. To be or not to be. She does the entire speech. And what happens, the second character you saw is Leslie grown up. And what I figure...
with a jelly baby.
Yeah. You know, I figure if a kid is pushed their entire life to be a superachiever, either they're going to be a superachiever or they're going to go in the opposite direction. And this character went in the opposite direction.
Yes, but you didn't, and obviously you were really pushed. I was pushed. I didn't go in the opposite direction.
Well,
there's something to be said for it.
Yeah, I was nicely pushed. I mean, my mother gave me a lot of support, you know, in case she's watching. You
and
know,
even then, you still needed therapy. Now, tell us something new about Billy Crystal that I might not know.
Any new dirt? I don't know. All I know is when I worked with him 3 years ago.
You did the comedy show with him.
Yeah, the Billy Crystal Comedy Hour, and he's an incredible comic. And
but, I mean, all this stuff that's coming out of Saturday Night Live, that he's difficult, he's walking out, he's pulling temper tantrums.
Are you making this up?
No, I've been hearing it.
No, he's a lovely man. He's a sweet man. And you can tell he's a good person because of his comedy. Because Billy Crystal and someone like Lily Tomlin both have a lot of humanity in what they do.
They do, it's true. You do too.
Yeah, well, it's important. I don't like to make fun of people.
Just quickly, because I'm getting the signal to wrap up.
Oh my God, we're wrapping up.
Would you say it's a safe bet to say that you're doing at least 25 different characters?
Cut it in half. I do about 12. I do 2 men, a 500-pound woman, oh my God, he's going rapid, an 80-year-old Russian ballerina named Madame Svetlana, an Earth Mother, a Mel, and all here.
And that, my dear, is Jane Anderson.
And it's cheap, you know, 2-drink minimum,
Jane
$6.
has a lot more to say. She has a lot more to say, and you can catch it all at Don't Tell Mama, April 10th to the 13th. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Lisa.
And now we're on to Liz Doherty for the Inside